Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to your September 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, I just want to remind you to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you some additional information on this very general sun sign reading. Of course, the only way to get a reading only for you and about any issues you may be dealing with personally is to schedule a private consultation with me. I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. Just drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. It's runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. But let's get your runes out here, Pisces, and get going on September. I also did want to mention I will be offering one final rune class this year. If you want to learn how to read these for yourself, it can be very helpful to get some guidance whenever you need it. And that is going to be November 2nd through December 7th. The deadline to sign up is October 29th at noon. But if you want to sign up, just drop me a line at that same email address and I can get you added to the roster whenever you're ready. Also wanted to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much and welcome to Channel Runescopes. If you haven't subscribed yet, you may want to do so because it will give you a little update whenever I post a new video each month, so you don't have to go searching, or maybe if you miss it and don't find it till later, just click the red subscribe button beneath this video. I'll also put a link to it here in the video itself. Just make sure you're done watching before you click it because it will take you to the subscribe page. Let's see here, Pisces, what we've got coming up for September 2015. Well, it does look like your focus is going to be on the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Something that has gone wrong or failed that required maybe to be fixed is kind of what I'm seeing. I do. So maybe you're ending August, coming into September with something that cost a lot of money, maybe something that broke around the house, or something that just took a lot of your free money to fix. And or maybe a lot of you, maybe you just purchased a home and you're moving into September now and you're trying to square away all the details about that purchase, or it took a big down payment on a home, that sort of thing. It seems like some of you have had to deal with, and maybe this involved a lot of delays and frustrations in August, just dealing with this problem, finding the right person to fix it, getting it fixed. But now you're moving into September just happy that it's over with, Pisces. And some of you may have found that maybe this was a home business. Maybe you had a big expenditure around something to do with a home business or your own business, or an estate or property matter. Maybe you were hoping to get a payout from something like that, and it didn't work out. Or you get news that this wasn't to be, or maybe somebody's contesting a will or fighting against, a will where you were supposed to get some property. Now you do have ingwas here, which indicates to me that, that is about protections and luck and new starts. So for the most part, I feel like with August, you're kind of leaving this behind, but when you start September, that cloud of all these little nagging details, or all these little, somebody trying to take from you, or somebody trying to block you from getting, what you deserve, a failure to kind of get what you feel you had coming to you, or whatever this was that failed that you had to deal with. So you may have laid out a lot of money in August, Pisces. Some of you, unfortunately, when this comes up, it can indicate that you had to move out, or you lost a home, or you had to move out of an apartment because you can't afford it. Or maybe there's something, you wanted to purchase a home, but it was just, and you had already moved or put some money into it, but then you find out that there are all these problems and now it kind of fell through. This can be a real estate deal that just kind of fell through due to, too many problems or too many expenditures. So whatever is around, whatever this disappointment involves moving into September, Pisces, I do feel like you are moving in with a more positive frame of mind. So I do feel like whatever this loss is, you're able to recoup or kind of get your energy back, or at least you have prospects, or You soon will in September. Probably after Venus goes direct, which I believe is around September 6th. You're going to want to double check with your astrologer. I'm not an astrologer. I just do the cards, but I do believe it's September 6th that Venus goes direct. And Venus rules money as well as love. So she'll be able to help you out a lot more when she's going in forward movement. August you probably did feel, it looks like you did, Pisces, feel that pinch of Venus in retrograde. But you're going to get your vigor back financially, or where financial investments are concerned, or property issues, or anything involving a money loss here. Now, those of you who maybe did lose a job, if that happened to you in August, there's going to be more prospects in September for finding a better paying job, or even starting your own business, going out on your own, going freelance. Some of you may find that maybe you lost an income in order to kind of give you that push to go out on your own and use your own creative gifts. Maybe you've always had an excuse, but now it's like, well, okay, might as well give this a go. Might as well give it a try now. Now, some of you may be going back to work having closed up shop on your own home business. Maybe you thought something would really take off. You gave it a year, you gave it a try, and it was just you were losing more than you were getting back. And August, you were like, okay, well, I'm just going to go back to work. I'm going to look for something full-time, something more reliable. Again, prospects are good for any new ventures where money is concerned, Pisces, particularly after Venus goes direct. So, let's see what else we've got coming up here as far as help. Yeah, again, I've got the rune of job interviews, academics, acquisitions, things that are any kind of tests that you have to take, any kind of certification, or any kind of study courses, things like that. I do feel like that's going to go well, and you're going to feel very positive about them as well, because you have the sun rune, Sobabu, next to Ansu's, which indicates that any courses of study, any job interviews, any tests that you have to take, tests or exams, you're going to do very well in September, because you're going to put in the effort to study, and you're going to walk into whatever exam or test or interview, any test that you're taking or any interview that you're having, you're going to walk in feeling very positive and very powerful, feeling like I got this in the bag. I got this in the bag, because you will have put preparation into this, Pisces, and because it's something you really want. You're going to be going after this. Now, Ansus can also talk about writing. It's communication, really, in any way. So you may be communicating a lot in September. It may be, I believe August was a pretty social month for you as well, Pisces. I think that trend is going to continue. I think you're going to be in demand in September, which would make sense because Jupiter is now in your 7th house. So, I mean, that indicates that is positive for one-to-one relationships of all kinds. So friendships, family relationships, any person that, any of your personal private one-on-one interactions are you're going to be in demand, I think. It's a great time for single Pisces between now and actually next July. Jupiter will be there in your 7th house of partnership and marriage. So make the most of it, singletons. It's definitely a great time for you to be out and be seen and be social and meeting as many people as possible, because it is very likely that, you could meet, a significant person, or even a marriage partner, if that's what you're looking for. So make the most of this energy, Pisces. It's definitely not a time to, kind of stay in your own little solitude, your own little piece of the ocean, and not get out and about. You definitely want to fight that tendency, as Pisces can tend to, seek solitude to recharge your batteries, and you may need it for a little bit in September, having been through what you've been through in August. If you had kind of a crazy August, especially financially, you may be like, oh my gosh, I'm just exhausted from all of that stress, or I'm just exhausted from all those little mundane problems that, everybody coming up and saying they want more money, that sort of thing. And you may need to put off any further repairs if this is, especially if this is like a home situation where you were like, oh, you had these big plans, you wanted to remodel, or you wanted to get a bunch of things fixed on your home. Table it for September. If you've already spent a lot in August, Pisces, you may be, just use September to recoup your reserves here of money. And take a little time in September to maybe that first bit before Venus goes direct, because Venus direct and Jupiter in your 7th house, you're going to want to be out and about if you're single especially. But yeah, it's good for all relationships. But yeah, if you are normally more of a homebody, Pisces, you may have to fight against that over the next year to fully take advantage of that energy Jupiter is bringing you. Now the help that's going to be available to you, I do feel like you're going to be very, very, this is the rune of joy. So there's joy coming to you in, I have the High Priestess in reverse coming up with Legas in reverse. So both of these talk about a woman who, this is the kind of woman who claims to be spiritual, but she's not. Like she could be, you know, she claims to help others, but, and maybe she does do things. Okay, here's a perfect example. This is a woman who, yes, she will run in a charity marathon, or she will do these things for charity. But when it comes to one-on-one relationships, she kind of negates everything she does to help others because she treats her immediate circle very, very poorly. She's manipulative, she lies, she gossips, she talks behind everybody's back. This is the woman who is, you know, she's very friendly to you, to your face, but she's also always talking about someone else. You know, of course, that as soon as she's talking to someone else, she's talking about you behind your back as well. So there's some kind of joy coming in. Maybe you find out that someone like this is getting their comeuppance, or that maybe you no longer have to deal with this individual if there's someone like this in your life, Pisces. Or maybe you find out that, you know, that, or maybe it's through this person that you get news that brings you joy. I mean, it could be about somebody else, and these cards could just be coming up to let you know that it's going to be coming through the news will be coming through someone you don't particularly like. But yes, sometimes people like this, who are those kind of busybody, gossipy, backstabbing sorts, because they are in everybody's business, they can oftentimes bring you helpful information, even though it's not maybe through a person that you want to necessarily spend a lot of time around. But yeah, the Wunyo is all about joy, getting good news, celebrations, or just feeling very, very happy about developments, getting good news. But for many of you, you could be moving on away from this relationship, or with this woman. You could find out, maybe you found out in August what she's about, and you're like, okay, I'm glad to be, you put yourself in a situation where you no longer have to deal with her or her kind. Now there is something coming up with Perdro here, coupled with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Pentacles in reverse, kind of, it's about possessiveness, jealousy, someone. So this could be you finding out that something that has been hidden about a relationship that is possessive, or there's a lot of jealousy within a relationship. And you know, maybe this woman is maybe she's the one who is, you know, jealous and possessive, and you find out that, you know, you're no longer going to have to deal with her because whoever she's involved with in your circle, they're getting a divorce, or they're breaking up, or something of that nature. Also, this can just be advice, Pisces, to conserve your money in September. Again, it can be advice to jealously guard your money in September, because maybe you need to rebuild that. You need to definitely maybe build up whatever you had to spend in August, and just kind of watch it a little more closely. And in general, it's not Pisces' favorite thing to do, is watch the budget, and you like to just be, you know, and who doesn't? But you know, it does seem like in September you may have to sharpen your pencil or open Excel or double check that checkbook before you spend anything. But what can't be changed with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, along with Bjork in reverse? This has to do with family issues kind of being out of control. Because the Two of Pentacles in the upright talks about somebody who has a lot of responsibilities, but especially financially, but you're juggling them. But in the reverse, it indicates, somebody who drops all those balls, drops all those things they were juggling. So, and this doesn't have to be you, Pisces, but with this rune coming up indicating family, conflict with family or those closest to you, maybe it's mom or a member of the family who just finally has a bit of a, this can also symbolize these two together, maybe a breakdown of sorts. Maybe this is somebody who's been doing very well of putting on a show of, yes, I'm handling this, I'm dealing with this, but then it all kind of comes crumbling down in September. It's just these walls kind of falling down, unfortunately, in September. So I do think that this is gradually going to get better. It won't be an overnight transition. But yeah, this could also be talking about someone with health problems. Again, a mom, mother figure, mother-in-law, or an older member of the family who's having health issues. Now, Pisces, if you've been having health issues, if you've been doing too much, it could catch up to you. It could catch up to you. Because this could also be talking about your energy and just conserving your energy jealously. Holding back. And, definitely when it comes to situations that stress you out, maybe taking a pass. If it's going to be, put you in a situation where you have to deal with people that drain you or cause you undue stress, because that could really take a toll on you in September, Pisces. But I do feel like for most of you, this is going to be a family member who has a bit of maybe a breakdown, or who is just really going through a rough time, and you're going to have to be there. And I do feel like this person's going to get better, but it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take some time. But yeah, Pisces, try to eliminate some of your responsibilities if you can in September, because you had enough of that in August. You just had way too much of that in August. It looks like a month of conserving money, for sure, and watching your spending, Pisces. And for September, by the end, yeah, I do kind of feel like there's someone around you with Tear in the reverse and also the Fool card in reverse. Someone around who has taken a foolish risk. This is the rune of somebody who just doesn't put much effort into things. He's the moocher. He kind of expects everything to be handed to him. And I say he because it is normally a masculine energy. So yeah, Pisces, if you have someone in your life who is either maybe, attempting to partner up with you in any capacity, really. This could be a friend, a family member, a romantic sense, your mate, anybody who's not putting in effort. This is the guy who's looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? This may be somebody trying to talk you into taking a financial risk or into trusting him or partnering up with him in order to do something. And I would definitely do a lot of research on anything like that, or definitely don't jump into anything with someone that you don't know very well, because I feel like this is somebody trying to mooch off of you in some way or take advantage of you in some way. Just kind of being very, very selfish and self-centered, and somebody who's taken a risk without thinking of the consequences. Just really rushing into a situation. So yeah, these are the traits, Pisces. I feel like for the most part, this is not you. This is someone around you. Maybe it's somebody who did this in the past and now they're kind of coming back into your life, or you have to deal with them, or and they're telling you, oh yeah, this didn't work out. Maybe they're connected to this woman and it's like, oh, this didn't work out, and it's like, well, What did you expect? What did you expect from this person? Or what did you expect when you didn't, mind your P's and Q's and just rushed into something without thinking of the consequences? So yeah, there's a message of rushing in where fools fear to tread here with the Fool card. And somebody who just expects everything to be handed to them without any effort on their part. And Pisces, this is not normally your MO, but I mean, if this is talking about you, you could find in September that you are kind of taken for a ride, or somebody takes advantage of this. If anything sounds too good to be true, it is. It's a lie. It's not true. So just remember that. And I think you'll do okay in September. But again, I feel like for most of you, this is someone else around you who may be trying to talk you into something, or who may be expecting something from you when they don't give anything in return. And I think you know what your response should be to that, Pisces. So that is what I see for September. Definitely a month to look for new enterprises, especially when it comes to making money or ways to capitalize on that. But definitely a month to be more conservative with your spending, so you can kind of rebuild any surprises that came along in August. So that's what I see, Pisces. Good luck with September, and I'll see you back here in October.